everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. I blog every day over at the Glamorous French Housewife blog. You can find that link below, and you can also find me on all my social media. All those links are above. So I am here today with a recipe that is a family favorite. We're going to be having breakfast tonight, and I'm going to be making a berry Dutch puff pancake. So this is super easy. It's unbelievably easy. And before we get into the ingredients and stuff, you will need a 12-inch skillet. So it doesn't matter if it's cast iron or whatever can go in the oven. Now you can take a non-stick pan and put aluminum foil on the handles and it will be fine in the oven. But cast iron is amazing for this recipe. If I make a smaller version than what I'm making tonight, I would use my cast iron. But my cast iron is 10 inches wide, so it's not quite big enough. Just measure your skillet and make sure you have the right size, because it does matter. So for the ingredients, again, so simple. You're going to need 1 cup of flour. This is just all-purpose flour. You're also going to need a half a cup of white sugar. So I usually add vanilla to my recipes, and if you can see, the sugar is not filled up to the line, so it's not quite half a cup. So when I was in the pantry, I happened to see my vanilla sugar, and I'm going to add some of this to this. So I have the right amount, and this will give my pancake, the sweetness of the sugar mixed with, see the vanilla pods with the vanilla. Now this is a great tip. If you use the vanilla pods and scrape out the beans, just put them in a jar and put your sugar in, and you can just keep adding sugar because it really does get moist and flavorful. It's amazing. So I'm going to put some of that in there in just a minute. You're also going to need 4 large eggs, 1 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. If all you have in the house is salted, use it. It doesn't really matter. And then for the berries, you will need berry-wise whatever berries you really like. I have a half a cup of blueberries, a half a cup of raspberries, and just, I guess, maybe a half a cup of blackberries. So this is the perfect spring breakfast, brunch, or dinner meal because it's beautiful, it's delicious, and it's made with fresh berries. And berries come out in the spring. However, you can always find berries usually in the produce, even in the winter. So here's a tip. I bought these berries a while ago, probably over a week ago. I just rinsed them very delicately, patted them dry, put them in a baggie, got the air out, rolled them up, and they have lasted well over a week in my refrigerator. Same goes with the blueberries. I got more blueberries in the fridge now, and blackberries. So they do last, but you just got to, preserve them before they go bad. So you're going to need a mixing bowl, and you're also going to need, I like to use a hand mixer for this because it just makes the pancake more fluffy, but you could definitely do it using a blender, or you could also use a food processor if that's all you had, but you could also use a whisk, and that just doesn't make it as fluffy. But I'm not breaking out my big KitchenAid for this. I'm just going to be sticking with my little handheld. For the topping, I like a little bit of powdered sugar, and I like to whip up with the same hand mixer a little bit of heavy whipping cream, just to make it a little extra divine. And I almost forgot, we're going to need just a little bit of salt. So this is super simple. You're going to take your flour, put it in the mixing bowl. I'm not using a real deep bowl either, I just don't find it necessary. I'm going to add my milk. Then I'm going to add my eggs. Four big eggs, there we go. And then we can add our sugar. So let me add a little bit of that delicious vanilla sugar right to my measuring cup, or measuring bowl, should I say. My mom got me these measuring bowls. They're from the Food Network, and they are amazing. I love them and use them almost every day. So you can see the difference in the color and the sugar that's been in the vanilla. I know there's a pod in here I want to get out. Okay, I'm going to add that in. And then we're going to add in about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to grind it in. And now we're going to use the hand mixer to mix it up. You could use, like I said, a whisk, a blender, whatever you have, but this is my favorite. We're starting out on low. Getting everything mixed together. Okay, our pancake filling is done. Okay, so I have the skillet that's going to hold the pancake and go into the oven on the stove. I have it on a burner over high with the 2 tablespoons of butter that we need, and we're just melting that. We're going to almost bring it to a sizzle, and then we're going to dump our pancake batter right in. So we're heating up our pan, and we'll get that batter dumped straight in. Okay, so it's ready. I just turned off the stove and put it in the pancake. The pancake batter, that is. Just like that. And then we're just going to sprinkle our berries right in. However you want to do it. My husband just called while I was making this and asked me not to put any blackberries in it. So that just kind of messed up the recipe. He is not a huge fan of blackberries. So we'll serve the blackberries on the side. I think it's already beautiful. I'm getting a few more berries out of the bag since we're not putting blackberries in. A few more blueberries, and we are ready to put it in the oven. I've made this so many times. I can make it with my eyes closed. Okay, that looks about good. There we go. Now we're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees. We're going to cook it for about 20 minutes until it's nice and puffy. It'll be amazing. So I just whipped up that cream. I added probably 3 teaspoons of the vanilla sugar. Whipped it up. Don't whip up heavy cream too much because it will turn into butter, but this is delicious. It's going on our pancake tonight. So here is how the puffed pancake will look when it's done. You can serve it in the skillet, or you could definitely put it on a platter. Okay, so here is the puffed pancake. I just sliced it. I added some powdered sugar and a little bit of fresh cream over, and I'm serving it with the sausage. This is delicious. Make sure you try it. Let me know what you think about it. It's perfect for spring or summer with the berries, and it's delicious. Thank you so much for watching. The recipe is in the down bar. It's also on my blog at kjaggers.com, and I haven't said this in a lot of videos, but all of my videos are on Pinterest. All you have to do is find me, and those links are at the top. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you make it. Bye-bye.